This week, the president threatened to destroy an entire civilization, and it really got us thinking about life in general.
Yeah, like, are we gonna be alive tomorrow? Pretty much. I mean, I can't count how many times that I was concerned that this man with, his hands on the nukes potentially would wipe us out. It's I would say that this threat definitely had me shook more than I think the last time I was this shook was when he was having that weird back and forth with the, leader of North Korea. That was up there. I remember going for a run and being like, "Maybe this is my last run." And it sounds so, like, hyperbolic and dramatic, but
It's
I
really
mean,
not.
it's not.
It's not. We've been threatening this to all of our platforms since 2020 that things like this would start happening. And to be honest,
No, 2016.
2016,
Yeah, it's been almost a decade of this bullshit.
it almost seems like I can't remember when we weren't screaming on the bullhorns about this kind of thing, but I gotta what the world witnessed is a narcissistic abuser holding all of us against the wall for an entire day. The entire world was sitting on pins and needles waiting for this to happen, and it was a big, huge nothing burger. But I feel like anyone who has dealt with a narcissist to any capacity, whether it be in a romantic relationship, in a professional relationship, know exactly what we were watching. And to echo what you just said, this is dangerous because this man has the nuke codes.
Yeah. He has the nuclear football, right? They have and also it was scary because I think they'd fired a bunch of generals leading up to this, and, I mean, we're recording before this episode drops, but as of now, I don't really think there's much of a settlement, and I'm gonna have the crazy hot take that when this episode drops, we still don't quite know what the fuck is going on with Iran, right? I It's just 3 more how many more years of this, right? Like,
Too many. But
yeah.
bottom line is nobody in the world should be living under this type of threat. No human should be living under this type of
No,
threat.
no. And you're right, it's been a decade. It's been a decade of us gravely concerned that this malignant narcissist, who's now sundowning, has this much power. It's just disgusting. Don't worry, y'all. Stick with us because we are not gonna talk about this for the rest of the episodes. Pivot. We're gonna be talking about something we were thinking a lot about when we were thinking about the fragility of life and existence, thanks to the president of the United States, which is like the things we actually enjoy doing, things we like watching, reading, concepts we appreciate. Because thinking about back to 10 years before Trump, I was a mind and body editor for a magazine. And I was also, just teaching history and living life and posting random weird filtered Instagram photos for me out at night at concerts. So, and I'm gonna guess that you, Vanessa, as well, we're not posting about politics like rapidly, pre-Trump, right?
No, not at all. I wasn't concerned about it. When we had Barack Obama as president, nothing was scary. I never worried about anything. I really didn't tune into the news that much at all, and I was sleeping at night. And it
Yes.
feels like ever since he has come into our political orbit, I haven't been the same. I haven't been the same.
No,
You know,
I haven't been the same either.
you and I both, I think unlike a lot of these other people who do political content, have full-time jobs. You're a
Yes.
teacher. You're in the public school system in New York City, not only doing this work online, but shaping the youth of our future, doing all these important things. I also have a full-time job, not in the same type of education as you, but, I have a really meaningful career outside of this,
Yeah.
and I feel like politics has just taken over so much because it's not just about politics, right? It's
No.
about what this landscape is going to look like, especially for you and me dealing with so many people from other countries and other ethnicities and
Yeah.
people that don't just look like you and I think we might be a little more sensitive than, normal people who are just yelling into their phones every single day that aren't in the streets or are
Right.
in the regular job market, I think this would be hard for anyone to navigate, but I think, I'm personally having a super hard time trying to focus on my regular life and impending doom of nuclear war. It's like I don't really
Yeah.
know how we're supposed to deal with this, but I'm all about escapism right now, like, sincerely.
Yeah, no, I know, you're right. We're both like, to put it, we're like in a different way, we're both outside, right? I really, my screen, people might think I'm on my screen all day, but I'm actually not. It just looks like that on TV or whatever. It looks like that on Instagram. I'm most of the time, like you are, doing my day job and then posting when I can. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way unless someone wants to pay me like $1 billion, but then I would be like one of those unethical billionaires. I really think it's important for me to stay out on the streets, in the classrooms, talking to the people, because that makes me an authentic and real person. And I think the minute that you're not doing a day job and just reporting on the news and posting about it and not outside, I think you lose touch with like your why. And so, speaking of which, speaking of like not just always being, responding to the news and posting and having my hot takes, last weekend actually was Congressman Jamal Bowman's 50th birthday party. And it was so much fun. It was here in New York City. It was like basically anyone who is involved in politics, education, the city in any way, they were running for office. They were at this party. It was like a New York City who's who. And we had so much fun. And my favorite part of the night was that Jamal was basically like no speeches because he knew there were going to be a lot of people running for office there and actual electeds there. And he was basically like, this is a night of like listening to my old school jams, dancing, having a good time talking to people. It was about just enjoying life. But the whole point is that like you need to be finding the joy in life always, always. And it doesn't make you not a good person. It doesn't make you not empathetic to what's going on in the world. It's just crucial if you want to actually help society. You need to like be a part of society to be motivated to keep fighting every day, right?
It's been nice to see certain communities gathering and getting together and doing things differently than what we've seen over the last couple of years, because I think community and togetherness is gonna be what gets us through this.
Yeah, and it's all about third spaces, right? And I think that there's it's not a coincidence that these fascists want to eradicate public schools and other public spaces, right? Because in these spaces is where we learn how to navigate democracy. I talk about this all the time. It's based on a talk I saw from Sherilyn Eiffel. Public spaces are integral to our democracy because in public spaces, you need to learn how to navigate them with people who might not be exactly like you. They might not have the same agenda as you. They might not have the same language as you, background, right? But in those third spaces, you all are in an environment where you all need to figure out a way how to be there and get along. And that
Together.
is what democracy is about. And let's talk about pop culture, actually. So okay, couple things I'm excited about, even though I shouldn't be. Euphoria. It's gotten terrible reviews. It's season 3. I know you've never watched it. I freaking love it. I
I've
mean, okay,
never watched an episode, but I did date somebody who worked on the show for a couple seasons, but I've never watched it. So, is
you
it
should
time that
catch
I
up.
start?
Maybe you watch the first 2 seasons and it premieres, the season 3 premiere is Sunday night. Again, you might hate it, but I love escaping into certain TV shows. This one is definitely dark. I tend to like darker type shows. I don't like fantasy. Like I watched all of Game of Thrones, but like that's because whatever. Everyone was watching it. I won't get into the details as to why I watched it. I could have lived without watching that. I know we don't love the same genres. Like, I watched it, but I didn't watch a lot of it because I hate violence and I don't like fantasy shit. I'm just like, what's happening? I like real. I like cinema verite,
Yeah,
right?
right. Euphoria, I couldn't watch because I raised a teenager, and so for me, it was just too weird to
Yeah.
watch kids doing drugs and
You
having
girl, the doing the drugs is like the least of the bad stuff that happens in this show.
I mean, maybe now that she's grown, I could go back and do this, but it is getting interesting reviews. I saw some stuff from the
Yeah.
premiere the other night. Zendaya.
She showed up late. She didn't want to be in a picture with Sydney Sweeney. rumor has it. Sydney Sweeney's dating, Scooter Braun.
Did see that.
They were PDAing. I don't really have any listen, like, whatever. I don't we talked about her in another episode. I'm just kinda over her. I'm excited for are you watching anything right now? What's on your radar? I know you've been traveling around, but is there anything that you've been watching? We both watched Manosphere,
So
right?
I know I'm some years late on this,
Yeah.
but I just recently finished Snowfall.
I
It's an
haven't
epic
seen that.
show. It is incredible. It's in my top 5 series for sure.
Really? Ever?
Basically, top 5 series ever, ever. It was hands
Whoa.
down one of the best shows that I've ever watched, and it basically takes place in the hood in Los Angeles in '80s and '90s when crack basically came to Los Angeles. Not based on a true story, but it does pretty close, like, with what was going on historically with the crack epidemic at that time. I cannot give that series, like, enough stars and kudos. If you haven't watched it, I definitely think
Okay.
you
That I
would.
didn't realize that. I didn't know
The
that's what it was
music is
about.
incredible because it's like the '90s, so it's hip hop culture from the '80s and early '90s, but the acting is phenomenal, the cinematography is great, the story had me at the edge of my seat from episode 1 until the very end of the
Really?
finale. Watch it.
Okay,
Phenomenal,
I didn't know you were talking, I didn't know what it was about for some reason, or I forgot. Okay, I'll watch
phenomenal.
that. What else am I watching? Season 2 of Friends and Neighbors. It's good. The one
Good.
with John Hamm. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
fun. And then I started, it's on Apple TV, so then it always like there's only wait, there's only one episode so far in the second season. So then you know how they like serve you also might like. And so I was just sitting there. I was like, I'll watch Imperfect Women. Also, another show I just started watching because Friends and Neighbors only has one episode for season 2 yet. And so then you know how it kind of just says it can tell that you want more. It just read
Yeah.
my mind, the
You
algo
might like
or
this.
whatever. And so it fed me the show Imperfect Women. It's a psychological thriller starring Kerry Washington, Elizabeth Moss, and Kate Mara. It's so good. It's really good. It has 3 episodes so far. It involves a murder, obviously.
Yeah.
It's good. I think there's another episode that comes out every Wednesday. I do love binging shows, so I get disappointed when I find a show that actually I'm watching in real time. This is the thing I miss, and I wanna hear and this is one of the reasons I wanna go back to Euphoria. What I loved about Euphoria was that and this is also what I missed about Twitter, because by the way, before politics, Twitter was a place where I went to just, like, talk about pop culture and TV shows and movies. I love a show that you're watching with everyone else and you're experiencing it together. That's why my pitch to
Is that
you that's why you need to watch Euphoria, okay? Because
all right.
every Sunday night, even if it sucks, like even if I mean a rumor has the season isn't good, but like I mean I watched The Idol too, so like the other one he did with The Weeknd. So
I
that's
guess I'll
what's
have
fun
to
to
fire up
watch.
HBO and get in on this so that we can have something else to talk about.
I know, like that's not Donald Trump and nuclear war.
No, it's not. I was distracted though this week. Salt and Pepper, En Vogue, and TLC launched a tour,
Yes,
and I found out about it one evening. I was so excited about it,
I saw that.
determined to purchase tickets for it. And by the time I woke up the next morning, we found out that Chili from TLC is MAGA. And it wasn't just one tweet that she liked, she donated to him 17 times. And sorry, but I cannot support a
No,
tour that has an artist that has done something like that.
no, it's so
Listen,
disappointing.
Kanye West is selling out SoFi Stadium, a literal Nazi who wrote a song about Hitler.
Hail Hitler.
I
I know,
can't.
I know,
My hard-earned dollars are never gonna be going towards any artist or filmmaker or studio that promotes this type of stuff, so that was my bummer of the week because I was so excited to see that tour flyer drop.
I know. I was
It's just
excited to
another one that we just can't go
indulge.
to.
I know. I mean, like, obviously, I feel the same way about Kanye.
Energy decades ago, I was like, "This
Kanye
is a narcissist," like,
I know.
I know he had a couple bangers,
No, but College Dropout before his mom died, College Dropout, his first album, amazing. So All Falls Down, but it's like if you listen to lyrics of All Falls Down and See His Life Now, it's like you were singing to yourself, honey. But also, the show that you and I need to go to at Radio City here in New York City is, let's see how good of friends we are. Are you good? What's the show? Female artist. She reenacts the Pussy Palace on her live show. Who am I talking about?
Lily Allen West End World Tour. I feel like if there is any concert we need to go to together, it might be that one.
We need to be there.
We need to be there.
Have you seen any footage from the tour? She has the receipt and she's reading off of it. And then she literally has a scene at the Pussy Palace
Oh
with
my
the
goodness.
Dwayne Reed bag.
This woman, the way she is dealing with her pain is she's a goddess.
Yes.
I think she deserves all of her flowers. Not only is she like a talented artist, but she cut him from bottom to top with that album. I listened to it so many times, like when
Too.
it first came out, and I was really emotional about it. But seeing how much fun she's having on this tour and the greatness of whoever produced this, it's brilliant.
It's
And
brilliant.
I think we just need to buy tickets.
I think we need to go. I think we're gonna go. It's in September, I think, at Radio City. I think we need to do that. Yeah. So that's, I mean, that's what I've been indulging in lately.
I think at the end of the day, we just need to continue doing things that we enjoy and not feeling bad about it because
Yeah.
life is so fleeting as we see every single day with an administration like this, things can be over in a heartbeat. So love the people that you love, hug them and kiss them, read the books, read the magazines, go on walks in the park, do things that make you feel good because all of this is so fleeting,
It could be gone tomorrow.
literally.
Literally.